Hello, here I am live. I have no idea what I'm doing. Never done this before. So bear with me, please. I am here. I asked my kids to entertain themselves so that I can entertain you. And yeah, let's see what happens. I just wanted to try this out more often, to share some ideas, as well as maybe a challenge or two. The first thing I wanted to talk about was what age is too late to talk about sex? Like, what's your rule of thumb? Like your deadline? When do we have to talk about it? I don't know if you've thought about that. I mean, maybe I never really asked myself that before, but it was a bit like we definitely do need to talk about it. It kind of just happened naturally, but then when the schools of our kids announced, oh, they're going to do sexual education at school, we realized sometimes, oh, we maybe need to go into a bit more detail before that happens. And that was kind of like our deadline. That happened once when my first child was, I'll say, she must have been 10 years old. Yeah. What's your deadline? So in one of our podcasts with School of Love, one of the moms that I invited on the show, she had a little rule of thumb that she tries to talk to her kids before they turn 10. Why? Because they often, when you're 10 years old, then you have already accumulated so many other ideas that don't come from your parents. And I kind of could vibe with that. I also think, like, when your kids come into this world, they're a completely blank slate. They don't know anything. And then they start learning from you. You're the main teacher. And and then slowly new things come into their head. They learn things, new truths are formed. And it's the same with sexuality. It's a totally blank slate. And then through observing the world, they learn, one bullet point after the other. However, in this world, a lot of those bullet points just aren't true, especially because it's such a sexualized world. I did another podcast that's coming out this Thursday about sexualization with Andrew Love, which was really interesting. People these days, they sexualize everything. I mean, not everybody does that. Sorry. I don't want to blame you for sexualizing the world, but I mean, it's just really, sexualization is used to sell so many things. Like, you watch a commercial and every third commercial is sexualized. They want to sell you a drink, but they make it look like the hottest, sexiest thing in the world. Like, if you drink it, you're going to have an amazing, sexy time, which actually makes no sense. But yeah, that's the reality of this world, and everything is becoming so sexualized. Also, with advertising and content that you see on social media. And so, our kids, although they're still most likely living with us at home and learning from your example of what a healthy relationship is, what is a relationship, they learn that from us. And they learn from their mother and father what a marriage looks like. And so, new pieces of information are coming in all the time. And if we don't share information as parents, then they learn their own truths about sexuality from other sources. And that white, clean slate is then being filled up with all those ideas. And yeah, a lot of it's not true, especially if it comes from Google or a friend's phone, and especially from pornography. It's a lot of untruthfulness there. So, yeah. So, yeah, what's your rule of thumb? What age is, what's your deadline for talking about sexuality? That was my original question. Yeah, and so I said I want to make a challenge for all of you guys watching. Just have one viewer, which I'm really grateful for. Yeah, so the challenge is to tell your kid something about yourself that they don't know yet, to share that with them. And yeah, I'm going to do that too in this next week. And I'll let you know how it goes. I'm really excited myself to see. I already know what they're going to talk about, what I'm going to talk about. Yeah, something that I've been wanting to share with my kids for a while. And yeah, it's up to you to choose like how deep this piece of information is. Is it going to be a fun fact about yourself, or is it going to be a deep, uprooted fact from your past that you've been dreading to share with them? That's up to you. I mean, you can choose, which level you want to reach, and what your kids are ready to hear. Yeah, the truth that I want to share, I think my kids are ready to hear it, but I have waited. I wasn't sure for many years if it's something I want to share. So, yeah, that is all for now, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.